All right. So I'm Ashley Tabb. I'm a Diamond Beachbody coach, and I am here today because I'm going to show you how to create groups in Facebook. And then if we get a chance, I'll show you a little bit about posting in Hootsuite, which is what I use to set up my post in advance for the groups, so that I don't always have to be there every hour of the day making sure those posts get sent out at 7 o'clock in the morning or at noon or at 3. So I try to set those up like a week in advance so that during the week I'm just going in and making sure that they posted and looking at comments and feedback that people are posting and responding to those, and using my time to answer questions during the week versus doing those postings. It doesn't always happen, but that's typically my goal. Or I'll at least get them the night before the following day. That just helps me through my day, especially since I work full time. Again, that I'm not having to worry about it during the day to post. Now, sometimes I'll come across something during the day and I'm like, oh, people in my group might really like to get that information in an article or something. And so then I'll post it. I still try to kind of go in between the other posting times so that things don't post at the same time. But sometimes that doesn't always happen, but that's typically my goal. So, so I typically, as we've talked about before, try to invite 2 to 5 people a day, and get 3 to 5 people into each new group. People that have done a group before, they'll want to roll over into another group, and typically, it doesn't make the group too big, so it's worked so far. But we have found that most people do like those smaller groups, and the smaller groups do seem to be engaging. And when I say smaller, I mean like 25 to 30 versus 90 people. So where I may just have 3 to 5 people that are on their first round, I may also have 2 to 3 that are on their second round and 2 to 3 that are on their third round. And then another coach.
Them go into the next group.
Right.
Over. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then, you may have the same thing, and then somebody, Sherry, may have the same thing. And then that's what makes the group 20 to 30 people.
Okay.
But it is nice to have that amount because then you get engagement in the group. Some people will be able to post their daily rankings every single day. Some people will catch up and they'll do 2 days, catch up on 2 days, and then they'll be gone. Maybe they travel or something. And then you end up getting more questions when you have more people. Okay. So it makes it seem more engaging. So currently my system has been about the week before the challenge to go into Facebook and create the group. Some people, I guess maybe at the beginning of the month, they know that they're going to be doing their group in week 3, and they may go on at the beginning of the month and create that group. Okay. And that way when people say they want to be in the group and they purchase the challenge pack, they go on and can put them in the group so they don't have to remember who to put in the group later. And that may actually be something I try to do for October, but that isn't something I have done before. So let's see if I can share my screen and find the right screen. I have too many screens open. My computer is always a mess with tons of screens. Let's see. This might be it. Oh. All right. So in Facebook, if you're just on your regular, when you click home and you have these 3 columns, you scroll down, you'll have all your groups. Of course, you can make some groups favorites. I need to clean up my group list because I've got way too many favorites right now. It's not actually helping me having that many favorites. I'm going to be cleaning out some of my groups. and deleting them. It is not an easy process to delete groups. Only I think the admin can delete the group, and you can't just go in and say delete the group.
Okay.
You have to go in and delete every person from the group, and then delete yourself to delete the group, and then you lose everything.
Okay.
I usually try to tell everybody. That's usually my a way that I follow up. That I'll tell them I'm going to be deleting this group. Do you want to just get my information from my Motivation Shaker page, or do you want to join the next challenge group?
Okay.
That's going to be my follow-up on Sunday. I was doing a group of overflow separately from my current challenge group, and it has like 90 people in it, and some of them have bought challenge packs, some of them haven't, and it's just a mixture, and I'm not sure what to do with it. I feel bad if I don't post daily in it. It's just extra stuff for me, so I've just decided that I'm going to delete it for now, and if I decide to add one back, then I'll start a new one. But I feel like I want to use my like page more.
Okay.
In that group. So when you click on groups, can you see the screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. You can see all the groups, and it shows you your favorites, and up at the top here it's got this create group. So you click create group and you get another screen up, and I'm just going to go on and create the October group as an example. That'll be a great thing to do. So Sherry and I talked about calling it Candy Crushers Challenge.
Okay.
So I just hope it doesn't make people think about candy too much if they want to eat it.
Candy Crush.
It won't really let you create it without putting at least one person in it.
Okay.
That's a good reason to co-host them, because then you can just put your co-host versus putting in one of your challengers.
Okay.
You can go on and have it added to your favorites by clicking there.
Okay.
And then for these groups, I do all of them as closed secret groups.
Okay.
So that only the members can find the group and see the post.
Okay.
For events and other things, I'll do those as public because I want other people to join those groups or to join those events.
Okay.
But of course, the challenge groups, the whole point of it is that it's private and people can go there and put their posts and know that it's a secret. So
what's the difference between closed and secret?
So a closed group, if somebody goes out to Facebook and they knew that they just typed in candy because they were looking for something to do with candy, it might come up in their search results.
Oh, okay. But this one won't if it's secret.
This won't come up in their search results.
Okay.
And when it came up in their search results, they might see some of the posts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
But they would have to ask to be in it.
Okay.
They couldn't just join it.
Okay.
The public one, anybody could see it and they can join it without having to ask permission to join it.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes you'll see other direct sales people create a public group because they want people to join their group and they want to feed them the information because they're using it more as a sales tool.
Okay.
So once you create it, then it wants you to choose a little icon. Oh, that's a bone. I thought that was a weight. I was getting excited thinking there was something new. I usually use the sock or the shoe. Is there one that's candy?
I was going to say, is there a candy? I don't see one.
There's an apple. I sometimes use it too. I'll use the apple this time. They need to add new ones to that. I know they were talking about adding new pictures on the iPhone. On that, whatever that little thing's called. Upload photo for the cover pic. Typically for the challenge groups, I use this picture that I think I got from Melanie.
Okay.
That talks about the recipe for success. So it just reminds people.
Okay.
Or sometimes I will use another one that says welcome.
Okay.
But I like this one because it gives people a reminder of what they're supposed to be doing in the challenge group. Description I usually put in here. This challenge group will begin on October. Oh.
5th?
No, it's the third week.
Oh.
19th. And workouts will begin October 26th. Is that a Monday?
Yeah.
Okay. So then it always wants you to put add to the favorites and put a little icon and then put the description.
Okay.
And then you're pretty much ready to rock and roll. Add people right here by typing their name, and then if I want to go back and see if somebody's added, you can type their name and it'll tell you they're already a member.
Okay.
So you don't actually have to go into, you can also click here and it'll show you the members. And I like that it shows who invited them, because then when you invite people, I know that that's your person versus being my person.
Okay.
You can add people here too, but you have to click the add button, and I don't think you really, oh yeah, I guess you do get that whole list that comes up.
Okay.
Photos, if you wanted to create an album, it's pretty much just like any other album. Never really created an album. I've always thought about it, but never really taken the time. So I'll take the time real fast and throw in some pictures from Sherry and I went to Summit this summer.
Okay.
But it's not going to pull them there because I've got too many pictures in this folder. It's not very much to go. This is one of my favorites. Just only let me do one picture. There we go. So you can create a title, and then you can add a few more pictures. We'll do one from our workout. And scroll down. Do a few of mine with the trainers. And being silly with some of the stuff on demand. And then I can go back and add captions, and it will just give another way to explain stuff throughout the group.
Okay.
Like on demand and stuff. That's why I chose the on demand picture. And the picture with Melanie. And it just uploaded like all 500 pictures instead of what is it doing? All right, I don't want these people tagged. I don't think they care. Let's see. Well, I might just end up deleting this folder, but that's how you would delete. That's how you would make a folder and put thousands of pictures in there. Strange, it posted on like multiple times. Obviously, it didn't like using the control button. And now it's just thinking.
Just thinking.
All right, so that's how not to create an album.
Let me write that down.
Control obviously did not work there. All right. So that's typically just what I do to begin the group. And then once I start adding people, I'll post, this is the challenge group, and you've seen the post about welcome to the challenge group. Post an introduction of yourself and your goals below.
Okay.
So then I'll go to Hootsuite, and I went on and got a year subscription to Hootsuite. It's free if you only want like 3 of these columns. But as you can see, I love having tons of tabs at the top. Okay. And I love having tons of tabs of all my different groups and my different types of social media. So I've got Facebook on here. I can see LinkedIn. I can see Instagram. I can see Twitter. I don't know that I really have my blogger set up. But with the free account, you only get 3 of these streams, which is what they call the columns. But I think mine is like $9.99 a month to be able to have more. I think it's unlimited, or it's like 15, which works better for me. But I think they did charge it all for a year. So like I had to pay $100 and whatever dollars all at once.
Is that an app or is that just a website?
It's a website, but it is also an app.
Okay.
So I just like setting up on the computer. I can set it up on my phone as well, which is really neat. That's a great question. So to start, you have to add a social network, and you choose which one you want to add, and then you connect to Facebook. You have to remember your password, and then it will show you the pages that you own in Facebook and the groups that you've started and that you own.
Okay.
And when we create the group, I guess that's one other thing I don't know that I did. I'm going to lose that work. Oh, well. Did it not let me go? There we go. So in that group, I can make you an admin so that it shows up on yours under edit group settings, I think.
Okay.
Manage group. See if it's there. No. Add people, manage group. Thought it was here. No, I'll have to find out where that was.
Okay.
I thought I guess it's different than events. I guess I'm thinking of events. So it shows you your different groups, and you just click the little plus button. It shows you which ones you already have streams for.
Okay.
And see, I have way too many groups. I need to get rid of them. And then you import it, and it doesn't automatically show up here. You import it, and then you have to go to add stream. Oh, see, I only have 10, so it doesn't like me. Let me delete this one. I don't post it anymore. Move this. Oh yeah. Kick on. Well, I don't see the one that I wanted to take off.
You sent me an email about being part of your circle.
We'll take this one off and put it back on. So you can go with these little zeros and delete the stream. And then I can go back over to add stream and Facebook. And then it's asking me here, which kind of streams do I want? Do I want to see the timeline? Do I want to see the events? Do I want to see what I've scheduled? Do I want to see the messages? And I like to see what I've scheduled.
Okay.
And then you choose which group it is that you want to see, what you scheduled. And then it adds it. So it's actually it takes 2 steps there.
Okay.
And then when you're ready to compose a message, you come up here to the top and that falls down. And it defaults and always puts these 2. And so I always unclick them. And I probably should change my default. But, and I start the message with nothing clicked so that I can compose my message and get it all set up the way that I want.
Okay.
Because if you do Control Enter, it will post it. So I can type and push enter and it goes to the next line. But if I hit, I guess it's Shift Enter, it says I have to have one network selected.
Okay.
My brain is trained to do that Shift Enter because in Facebook, when you're typing a message, if you hit enter, it sends. But if you hit Shift Enter, it goes to the next line.
Okay.
So I always do that because if I've selected one of those over to the side, it'll go on and post, and I'm not finished with my post.
Okay.
And then I have to go over and delete it, and I just get frustrated.
Okay.
So I just clear those out, and then I'll go over to, let's see, do the skinny challenge group. And let's see, where are we? Today is Friday, so I just posted those 2 things. So tomorrow I was going to post this, so I'll just copy and paste it up there. And then sometimes it works that you can copy and paste the picture. It doesn't always work, so I'm just going to click the little attachment that brings up this box. So you select your files, and then you find which picture you want to use. There it is. And then it puts the picture down there. Sometimes when you copy and paste, it doesn't give you those line separations like you might want.
Okay.
So you have to go back up and separate the lines.
Okay.
But then it does, once you've separated them, it posts the way that you have it up there.
Okay.
And then you hit on the little calendar, and it allows you to get what day you want it to post, which is here, and then what time. I'm going to do this like at 9 tomorrow morning to make sure that the AM, whichever one's grayed out, is what it's going to be.
Okay.
And then if you hit back up on the calendar, it takes it away and it tells you more written out. It's going to do at 9 AM on Saturday.
Okay.
And then you have to pick which group, and I'm going to put that on skinny jeans. And then you hit schedule, and I can scroll over to my skinny jeans column, and there it is.
Okay.
So then it will magically appear tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
Awesome.
And I will be getting ready to go to soccer.
Yay.
So that's a fabulous thing about that. So of course I'll get up and do my workout, and I'll post my workout pic. But this is how I'm able to be able to post throughout on the groups,
Okay.
and manage all that.
Okay.
You have any questions?
I don't think so. I mean, it looks a little confusing here, but I'm sure once you get in and start playing with it, you know, it'll make more sense.
Mm-hmm. I don't use Twitter a whole lot, but when I do, just an example, when you click on the Twitter, it does give you the 140 count. And
Okay.
if you start typing, it takes away your number. So
Oh, okay.
it'll tell you if you've gone over that number.
Okay.
And certain like motivational pictures and stuff that I'll put up, I'll sometimes click every single box or every single group over here. So I'll be like, oh, it's just a motivational picture. I'll put it in Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and every single group I have.
Okay.
So you can do postings to multiple groups. That example I just did was only one group.
Okay.
So I think that's really all I wanted to show today. Just how to create the group and then how to put the post.
Okay.
Do you have any question? Any other? I'm going to go on and hit stop recording if I can find it. No, that's not the right one. Stop share. That's what I had to put first. There we go. So, all right. So that's just my demonstration of how to create a group and how to set up a post in Hootsuite.